I'm Matt Potu-Clark, creator of the Experfy Hadoop Developer Training. I wanted to go through some of the course content, as well as the principles and methods that I use to structure the content and how it's taught. Within the Hadoop Developer Training, we cover some of the fundamental tools that are part of the Hadoop ecosystem. We also have a very strong focus on learning the fundamentals of how to produce industrial strength applications using the Hadoop ecosystem. The primary principle we use to structure the content is around continuous delivery principles. And this also happens to be one of the fundamental principles of data science. That is, we have a theory and we test it as early on as possible in order to prevent consequences to downstream stakeholders. This is quite a different focus from our competitors in that rather than focusing on the trivia of all the different tools in the MapReduce framework, we focus on how to get quality results with those tools. So within our framework, we utilize the Eclipse-Che development environment and IDE. This is currently the most advanced IDE, and no other training provider covers this IDE or how to use it with Hadoop development. In fact, I contributed the Eclipse-Che modules to support Hadoop development. Within Che, you have a very similar environment to Eclipse. So you're able to do all the things you can do within Eclipse. The difference is that you can access this environment from anywhere on the web simply through HTTP. There are no virtual machines to install on your local machine or anywhere else. So essentially, you're able to access this IDE through a single URL and boot up the entire thing. It's called a zero install environment, and it's quite revolutionary. So this is the fundamentals that we use to build our continuous integration. We support not only the IDE, but also a complete Hadoop install locally. So within our environment, we have all the Hadoop tools at your disposal at any time you want to use them. The best part of it is it all fits within the Apache or the Eclipse-Che free tier. So that means that you get all of this for free. If you want premium performance or support, you can always choose to upgrade from the free tier. But the hosting provider called CodeEnvy, who actually creates Eclipse-Che, provides a free tier that provides more than enough power for you to do most tasks within your development. So for example, we have Apache Maven installed, and we can build our project from scratch and have all the same tools and environment we'd expect on our local desktop. So within this environment, we have continuous integration built in end-to-end, and all of our exercises build incrementally from one to the other using a continuous integration model. Now, we go even further than this in supporting continuous integration, and this goes far beyond what you'll find from any other competitor training. And that is, we focus extensively on the Monte Carlo method, which is the ability to create simulated datasets locally that will require far greater performance within your code than you could possibly expect to see on any Hadoop cluster. What this means is that we'll teach you how to produce code that is extremely robust and works perfectly before it ever gets deployed on the cluster. That means that when you get to the cluster, you should just be working out environment issues rather than issues with your code. We also offer certification through our program. However, our approach to certification is drastically different from our competitors. When Linus Torvalds created GitHub, the purpose was to enable him to manage all the changes to the kernel and review all the changes and approve them before they went through. This is the exact methodology we use at Experfy. So when you've finished your certification exam, you create a GitHub pull request. That goes directly to me. I look at your changes and also may suggest some additional updates that you need to make before you're certified. So you're actually following the entire continuous integration process exactly as you would if you're contributing to a world-class open source project. So, one of the big things we do in the training is we take the huge big data landscape and narrow it down to the critical tools and methods you need to produce world-class applications with record-breaking quality and performance. And actually, when you see this diagram versus what you're taught, you'll be shocked at how simple it really is. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy the course.